Morning, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for joining the class session number 2. So, yeah, good morning. So today, we are just discussing about the introductions about the HANA. What is HANA? So why SAP introduced this database? SAP HANA is one of the database. So why SAP implemented this database, introduced into the market here? Compared to the other databases, we have the HANA database also. Well, what is the main feature here? So other databases will store the data in storage level, but HANA database, where the data will store? In HANA, where the data will be stored?
In memory.
In memory, right? In memory level, the data will be stored, right? In the memory level, data will be stored here. So that's the reason in memory level here. So, and also we are discussing about, just give me a minute. Also, we are discussing about the HANA licenses and also some introductions, theoretical information we discussed, but it's not going that no one will ask questions on those areas here. So HANA, let's talk about the HANA editions here. HANA editions here, right? HANA editions here. HANA, whenever SAP implemented HANA in the market, they have released the 3 editions they have released into the market here. One is the HANA, SAP HANA, the platform edition, SAP HANA platform edition. The second one is the SAP HANA enterprise edition here. Enterprise edition they have released it here. The third one is called the HANA, the extended edition here. HANA extended edition. So they have released it to the market here. One is the enterprise, second one is the HANA extended edition, then platform edition. There are the 3 types of editions SAP released into the market here. So here, what is mean by platform edition, right? So editions means, so whenever we release any book or some product into the market, so we will put the some restrictions. Suppose the example, if you are releasing the one book, so the advertisements are more, the content is very less. That is the normal behavior, normal people. If you go to the high people, they don't want to see the advertisements, they want to see the more content here. That is also enterprise acquisition. Extended means it's a more. So like same as like subscriptions, OTT platform subscriptions. So normally YouTube, we can see it with advertisements. Without advertisements also, we can see the YouTube. That is called you need to take the the payment subscriptions, you have to take it out. Then we can do that one. Same as like here also, HANA editions, when they release it to the market, when the HANA SAP released the HANA database into the market, so they have released the 3 editions here. One is the platform, enterprise, extended. So what exactly they have limited here means, with respect to the usage, means softwares, the functionalities, the core functionalities they have limited here. So if you take the enterprise account here, you will get the core database technology, core DB functionalities, you will get it out, that you can easily integrate the components like SAP data, HANA database, Studio, clients, and so, and also some of the ETL based tools. So to those things you will get it out using the HANA platform edition here. The basic functionalities like standard functionalities, you will get standard database, client, software, servers, all the softwares, tools, functionalities, support, everything you will get in the HANA platform edition. HANA platform edition, you will get it out here, right? So when you go to the enterprise edition, HANA enterprise edition, so apart from that core database here, apart from that core DB, you will get the data provisioning technique here. Data provisioning technique, you will get it out here. Data provisioning. So techniques, you will get it out here. So the customers, suppose the customer already taken the platform edition, but they want to go for the database provisioning techniques like the SLT, the bots, DX direct extractor connections. Suppose they want to go for the this functionalities, they want to additionally purchase the license for this one. But if the customer already in the enterprise edition, you no need to pay the extra amount. Why? Because in the enterprise account, you will get as a this two, you will get it out here. Core DB and database provisioning tool, softwares, everything you will get it out here. But the customer already in the platform edition, you want to go for this one means you need to purchase additionally, you need to pay the amount for the data provisioning. Additionally, you need to pay the amount for the data provisioning technique here. Additionally, you need to pay for data provisioning technique here, right? That is the enterprise edition here, enterprise edition here, right? That is the one here. The next one is the extended edition here. It contains the data provisioning features like Sybase replication, so same core DB plus so the data provisioning plus the Sybase replication server license also you will get. This is a very costly, but you will get the Sybase replication scenarios also. It's available in the extended enterprise edition here. Extended enterprise edition, you will get the, so apart from that, this one Sybase replication server, then HANA load controller, the additional features like HANA, the load controller, this one you will get it out here. These are the additional features. So if you don't have requirement, then if you have taken this one, you need to pay the more money. Instead of that, you can go for the platform edition. Sir, you are already in the platform edition, but you want to use this concept, you want to use it means, so you need to separately purchase. Otherwise, you can migrate your license to, change your license to the and extended edition. Then you don't need to separately purchase the license. Then as part of your one, you will get the all those things here. As part of this one, you will get the all the information, you will get it out here. All right. So which means this will be, you don't need to separately pay it here. You don't need to separately pay the amount here. You don't need to separately pay the amount here. So edition, HANA extended edition, then Sybase replication, and the HANA load runner. These three you will get it out. These three you get it out here. All right. So why, right? You got the, now you know what is the difference between these three here. HANA platform edition, enterprise edition, extended edition. So normally all the customers like 70%, 50%, 60% customers will go for the platform edition only. Platform edition only. Why? Because in the platform edition, all the database related software tools you will get it out. Those are enough. But some customers, they want to explore more on the, they want to explore more. That time they will use this data provisioning techniques, they will use it. Some customer, they want to use more. Then in this case, they will use the final extended edition. You will get it out. They will get the all the information here. Right? So this is the one. And also HANA database is a SAP HANA. So SAP HANA DB. DB is a, we can also deploy in on premises. Also, we can deploy the database in the, so in the cloud as well. In the cloud also database. And that's why HANA database is a hybrid in-memory database. Hybrid means, so both the ways we can deploy it here. Both the areas we can deploy. That's why we'll call it as a hybrid in-memory database. So it's a, there is a core technology, in-memory technology is the heart for SAP HANA database here. But there are the two types of table types are there. There are the database tables are, there are two types here. DB tables. There are the two types of tables. Two types of database tables are there here. One is the row store. One is the row store. The second one is the column store. Row store and column store tables are available here. Row store tables also available. Column store tables also available in the HANA database. Or yesterday you told that HANA is a in-memory column oriented columnar database. But now you are saying that only we have the row store tables also available. Means what does it mean? Sir, means but all the business data will resides in the column store tables here. Row store tables also available in the database, but those are the system configuration related tables. System configuration related tables are available here. System configuration related tables are available in the database. That's why we have the row store tables, but with nothing to do, only configuration related database here, right? So, and also HANA database, it's a platform also. It's a platform. HANA database is a platform here. Means where the development platform in memory. So where we can do the some developments in the database, not only storing the data, we can also use the HANA database to develop the applications as well, mobile applications, some other applications. So, and also which will allows customers to analyze the large volume data in the real time. Means in the real time, in the fraction of milliseconds on fly, we can analyze the large on fly, we can analyze the large volumes of data in the fraction of seconds, we can analyze it here. So the HANA platform works as a development platform. So which provides the infrastructure, tools for building the applications based upon it means basically HANA is not only for database, it's a platform oriented also, which means it's a platform to develop the access applications related mobile applications, all those third-party applications we can build it in the HANA platform edition here, in the HANA platform edition here, right? So SAP HANA, it's a in-memory strategy. So in-memory strategy here. In-memory strategy means, so all the data will resides into the, so in memory level. So that is the one of the good advantage for the speed processing, speed analyze it here. There is a aggregation from many sources here, replication from other databases to the HANA database. There the third-party system support here, and also the modeling, designing, development, applications building. At the same time, we can explore the transactional and analytical data. So we can also create the virtual tables. There are the lot of advantages are there to use HANA database here. Lot of advantages are there to use the HANA database here. HANA database here. You have the many advantages are there here. Sir, that is fine. Theoretically, we are good. But what is required to install the HANA database? To install the HANA database is a in-memory centric database management platform, right? So normally, let's little bit talk about the what is the HANA database, who written, and what is the it's written in the C++ language. HANA database screens and codes are it builds on C++ language here, but it runs only on so SUSE Linux, SLES, SAP SUSE Linux. It is run only on the SAP HANA Linux, means SUSE Linux, means only Linux platform it will run it. Only the Linux platform it will run it here. Also, we can install on the single host, also distributed environment also. And means distributed means multiple hosts also we can add it to the HANA database. So SAP HANA useful as a very fast due to the data is loading into the main memory. So it's one of the fastest database, the first database in the market here. So it's written into the C++ language here, right? So it's a very useful database. Within the HANA database, we can combine the OLTP, means online transactional processing, analytical processing details. We can do that one. So transactions means live transactions. Analytical means the transaction is hold. That is the historical analytical transactions here. So in the HANA database, there are the two types of storages are there here, column store and row store also available here, right? So the text data, the graphs data resides, the engines are there in the HANA database. All will engines will take care of the here, right? In the HANA, so HANA is a combination of hardware and software requirements. HANA is a combination of hardware and software requirement here. So what is the hardware? So what is the hardware we required here? Right? What type of hardwares are required here? Right? So here to install the HANA database in the memory. So what is required here? Hardware and software requirement here. Hardware and software requirements we have to place it here. So what type of hardware? What type of hardware we required? What type of hardware required here? Right? So hardware side, the parts will come under the hardware OS, RAM memory. So RAM memory, the storage, right? How many CPUs we required, then network, all the information, you should come from the hardware part here, right? So SAP, suppose if any customer, they want to install the HANA database, they need to purchase the certified hardware vendors. Means they need to purchase for HANA. That's why HANA we thought as a combination of the hardware and software, right? Innovations. HANA is a combination of the hardware and software innovations. HANA is a combination of the hardware and software innovations here. So which means while choosing the hardware, we have to clearly choose the hardware here. We have to clearly choose the hardware here. Suppose here, if you see SAP HANA, okay, in the HANA database, so while suppose one of the customer, they want to go for the, they want to install the HANA database. In that case, what we have to do, they want to go for the HANA database. In that case, what we have to do, they asked you to do the assessment. In that case, they asked you what type of hardware we have to procure. Normally, hardware vendors will choose it here, or your company, there is a salesperson. Every company, there is a salesperson. The salesperson will take care of the hardware requirements and everything. They will take care. So here, HANA, coming to the hardware requirements here, HANA hardware requirements here. So there is a certified hardware vendors here. Certified the hardware vendors. There is a list in the site SAP site. There is a certified hardware vendors here. So we need to procure the hardware from for HANA only those certified vendors only. Vendors means HP, Lenovo, Fujitsu, Dell, Intel, those are the hardware vendors. So like that, we have to procure the hardware from the certified hardware vendors only here. Certified hardware vendors only here. So right, Intel systems. So they are the many are there here. You can see it here, vendors. Highlight Lenovo, Google, Hitachi, AWS. So then there are the number of vendors are there. Means we want to procure the hardware. We need to procure the hardware platform for certified hardware vendors only. Certified hardware vendors only here. You will get the list of things from here. Right? You can remember the few hardware vendors in the market. Normally, you know, you will purchase the laptops from the Lenovo, HP. Those are the hardware vendors here. Right? Google, EMC, these all are the hardware vendors only. So we have to procure from them. We have to procure the hardware from their side only here to install the HANA database. HANA database here, right? HANA procure the hardware here. Once you procure the hardware, your OS team will do the installation of the operating system, right? Once they have done the procure the hardware, they will perform the installation of the operating system. It's not our duty. Your hardware team or your OS administrator person will do the installation. OS administrator person will do the installation here. So OS team means here Linux. So HANA can be installed only on the Linux operating system only, not the Windows. Windows it won't support. So HANA will support only on the Linux operating systems only. In the Linux means we have the SUSE Linux and Red Hat Linux. SUSE Linux and we have the Red Hat Linux are there. These two hardware. So we have to support it here. Either Linux, so either SUSE Linux or so Red Hat Linux, Red Hat. The Linux or Red Hat Linux, we have to do the HANA installations here. Both are the Linux platforms. They are the flavors here. Both are the Linux platforms and flavors here, right? So here, this is the operating system. And coming to the how much RAM is required. These all are the hardware requirement. So the company will purchase the hardware from the, procure the hardware from the certified hardware vendors. That is fine. They will take care of that one. OS operating system will take care of that one. Coming to the RAM, how much RAM is required? Why? Because we are choosing the RAM is very important here. So choosing the RAM is very important here. The choosing the RAM is very important here. Why? Because while choosing the RAM, so while choosing the RAM here, while because all the data storing into the RAM memory. If you wrongly choose the RAM, how much RAM is required, what will happen? You may face the performance issues here. You may face the performance issues here. Okay. You may choose the performance issues in the system here. That's why while choosing the RAM, we have to carefully plan it here. So that is the reason SAP given the that is the reason SAP given the some of the tools to the customer to calculate the sizing, how much RAM sizing is required here. So here for calculating the RAM size, there are the two types of customers here. One is the greenfield customers, means new installations, fresh build here, greenfield builds, fresh builds here. For those people, fresh build people here, so you need to install the, you need to go to the SAP Quick Sizer tool, SAP Quick Sizer tool. There we can plan the HANA installation. We can get the how much RAM is required. We can get it out. Or if it is the green field and it is the brown field. It is the brown field means migrations. The customers already in the some other database, they want to go for the HANA database, then we can use the DB scripts to get the how much size of the database. But because based upon the DB size, you need to calculate the RAM also, right? If the DB size is the 1 terabyte, then you need the RAM for the 1 terabyte, right? So, but initially starting time, if you don't know how much RAM is required, then we need to calculate, we need to use the SAP Quick Sizer tool. SAP Quick Sizer tool is the web-based tool here. SAP Quick Sizer tool is web-based tool here, web-based tool here, web-based tool. So web-based means so browser-based tool here. So using this tool, we can calculate the, we can perform the hardware requirements, right? Which means such as like CPU, how much memory is required. Once we got the memory, then you will get the how many CPUs. Then once we got the memory, how much is required, then you will get the all the information here, right? In the efficient manner, we can calculate it here. This is the Quick Sizer tool, SAP Quick Sizer tool here, HANA-based Quick Sizer tool here. Using this HANA-based Quick Sizer tool, we can calculate the, calculate the information here. We can calculate the information in the systems here. We can calculate the information in the systems here using the Quick Sizer tool here, right? Using the Quick Sizer tool, we can calculate the HANA sizing information. Just it's a web-based URL. Just log into the here SAP standard site, benchmark tool, then go to sizing. We have the Quick Sizer tool. So it's a web-based tool designed to make the sizing of the SAP applications easier and faster, right? How much RAM is required, so how much data is required, all the information we can use it using the HANA Quick Sizer tool here. HANA Quick Sizer tool here. HANA Quick Sizer tool here. Okay. So that is the Quick Sizer tool related information here. Okay. So which means if it is a fresh customer, so directly we can calculate the how much RAM is required. Normally every organization, there's the architects, they will count the how much RAM is required and everything. They will tell you, or they will inform to the customers or client. They will take care of that part. If it is the brown field, DB already installed, then DB already installed. Then you want to calculate the sizing, then you can go for the ABAP reports or DB scripts or ABAP reports. You can use it to calculate the sizing using the quick sizer tool. Sizing using the quick sizer tool here. Okay, so that is the quick sizer tool here. So once we got the RAM size, normally otherwise T-shirt sizing method. Normally otherwise we can use the T-shirt sizing method. T-shirt sizing method means some customers they will blindly they will go for the T-shirt sizing method. T-shirt sizing methods here. So this method is somewhat important, like so small, medium, large, extra large, like that they will use the T-shirt sizing method here. Small, so minimum to install the HANA 128 GB RAM memory is required. Medium, so then 256 GB RAM is required. Large, 512 GB is required. Extra large, minimum 1 TB free memory is required here. Normally, when we are calculating the companies, is it a small company or large company, medium company, right? The customer also, when we are asking the customer to, so customer asked you to, one of the person asked you to implement the HANA database. In that case, we can, so we can ask the, so we can go for the SAP standard quick sizer tool. We can go with this one. Otherwise, T-shirt sizing method also we can use it here. So then we will ask the, is it a small company or medium company? It's a medium company. Then you take the, so 256 GB minimum RAM is required, like that we required here. So not like the 2 GB, 4 GB, 60 GB, something like that here. So to install the HANA database in the real time, you required the minimum 128 GB RAM memory is required. Why? Because 128 GB RAM memory is required to install the this one. If you want to install it, 128 GB RAM memory is required here. So why? Because it's not that much of easy to install it. Other databases are SAP. This is the HANA. HANA is one of the business database. It's one of the fastest database in the databases here. So that's why, so fastest database, you need the more memory. So more memory is required here. That's why we are installing the more memory here, right? This is the methods we can follow it with respect to the RAM. Operating system, either the SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux, we can install it here. SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux, we can choose it here. So apart from that, how much disk is required? Suppose if you got the RAM size, then we can calculate the disk. As per SAP recommendation, we need the, so file systems like root, USR SAP, /HANA data, then /HANA log. This is one of the guarantee interview question, certifications related question here. So you need the 5 types of file systems are required. You need the 5 types of file systems are required. So 5 types of file systems are required to install the HANA database, right? You need the 5 types of file systems are required here. And also the space wise, root is the 10 GB minimum free space. Then USR SAP 50 GB free space is required. The /HANA data 3 into RAM size is required, 3 into RAM size. /HANA log half by 2 of RAM size is required, half by 2 of RAM size. /HANA shade, so 1 into RAM size, or the max 1 TB, max 1 TB is required here. Apart from that, you require the, so OS level file systems are called the /var, /temp, /log, /swap, /home, so /swap. The list of OS level, operating system level, the file systems are required here. Operating system level file systems are required, right? So this is the one of the certification related question, guarantee interview point of time question here. So, what are the file system? The questions they may ask you like, what are the file systems required to install the HANA database? To install the HANA database, what are the file systems are required? So we need the 5 types of file systems are required in the HANA database. One is the root, USR SAP, slash HANA data, slash HANA log, then slash HANA shared. So these are the 5 types of file systems are required here, right? So coming to the OS level file systems means some specific file systems. This is the operating system specific file systems you required here. Then how much space is required for the data volume? 3 into RAM size. So what about the if RAM size is the 1 terabyte, then how much is required? 3 into RAM size means 3 into 1 terabyte. 3 terabyte data folder is required. Space at operating system level. This is the memory. This is the space. Okay. This is the RAM memory. This is the space here. Once you got the RAM size, as I mentioned, once you got the RAM size, then we can derive the disk space also, how much storage you required, right? How much storage we required here. Sir, you told that HANA is a in-memory database. HANA is a in-memory database. All the data will store in the memory level. Then why we require the disk also? Yes, it's required the disk also. So first it will store the data in memory. Then it will store the data into the RAM memory. The RAM memory also it will store the data here, right? So that is the concept of the disk storage in the CPUs. So how many CPUs we required then? Each CPU each CPU. So 14 GB of main memory will occupy. Okay, main memory. Each CPU 14 GB of main memory. So you have the 28 GB RAM. Then 2 CPUs are required. Then you have the 1 terabyte RAM. Then by 14, how many CPUs will come? You need that many CPUs we required here. Why? Because there is a ratio. CPU into memory, there is a ratio here. 1 into 14% ratio. So 1 CPU, 14 GB. 2 CPU, 28 GB RAM will handle it. Right? 1 terabyte RAM. Then how many CPUs we required? Right? So almost, 9. No, not 9. 19. Something like we required 1024 by 14. How much will come? Then that many CPUs we required here. Right? So this is the way we can calculate the CPUs also. Coming to the network, how much network is required? So then, 1 Gbps, 1 gigabyte per second. SAP will say like 1 gigabyte, Mbps also 5. But as per SAP, 1 gigabyte per second. Per second, GBps are required here, right? So these are the network related. So network related. So bandwidth, CPUs, how many CPUs are required, disk. So all will come based upon the RAM size. Once you got the RAM size from your architect, or maybe they will go, you will go for the, normally they will go for like, 64 GB or 128 GB for the non-production systems. Production, they will go for the 256 or 512 GB, or sometimes they will go for the 1 terabyte, 16 terabyte also they will go for that one. Depends upon their business data, right? Depends upon the business data. They will go for that much of high level the RAM also here, right? That much of high level also they will go for that one. That is the RAM level here, right? So RAM level greenfield and brownfield here. So the disk space, memory, CPU, these and all the comes under the hardware requirements. While procuring the hardware, you need to purchase the RAM, you need to purchase the motherboard, you need to purchase the storage, you need to purchase the all those things you need to purchase it. All right. So that's why HANA is a combination of software and hardware requirements. Here, HANA is a combination of the software and hardware requirements. HANA is a combination of the software and hardware requirements. Got it? So this is the HANA hardware requirements here. The mainly operating system, RAM, disk means storage. OS level, normally in the Windows level, we will call it as the disk, and Linux level, we will call it as the file systems. Then CPUs, network. So these and all the very, in that disk space utilization is very important. How much is required? Coming to the software side, it's very simple. SAP HANA DB, SAP HANA client, then SAP add-ons or plugins. SAP add-ons or plugins are required here. One is the SAP HANA database client, then add-ons or plugins are required. Add-ons or plugins are required here. This is small. Why? Because database we are installing means definitely database is required. Then client is required. If you have any additional functionalities are required. Right? It's a very small thing. But only thing is the hardware thing is very important. Anyhow, hardware part definitely we won't touch anything here. But because this will be taken care by your operating system team or your hardware team, they will take care of that one. You no need to worry about that one. Why? Because we are the DB team, not the hardware team, not the operating system team, not the network team. But if anyone asks you as a DB team, how much you require the memory, how much you require the space, how many file systems you require, if they ask you the question, then we are in the situation to tell the answer, right? That's the reason. So we have discussed about the hardware requirements as well. Hardware, the requirements also we discussed. Okay. Any questions, anyone?
Sir, this memory, this 50 GB and the RAM size and all, is that memory, that VDI memory? Like
VDI.
in case if the client machine when we log in, right?
That
Like
is
you
the
was
client machine memory. That is the client machine, separate file system, separate mount point. That mount point should be 10 GB free space is required. Not your own local machine. It's a client machine, client server.
okay. In case if the client gives us a local machine, means that local machine memory specification should be this.
Yeah. Either he is giving the cloud or he is giving the cloud machine or he is giving the local machine, on-premises machine. So the sizing is same.
Okay. And sir, where is the real-time logs written, sir, in these file system? Is that separate topic?
Yes, /HANA. There is a file system topic. Once the HANA installed, so then HANA will write the logs. So that so real-time logs in the /HANA log folder it will write it. The transaction logs will be written into in the log folder. Actual data will resides into the data folder here. These all are the installation folders. But
Okay.
you will get more when we start the installation, right? That time, so you will get more on this one.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, Ravi.
Yes.
What is the main difference greenfield and brownfield?
Greenfield is the fresh installation. Brownfield is the migrations. Migrations means already the people are already in the some other database, not in the HANA. They want to go for the HANA. In that case, if you do the fresh installation, new data will not come. You want to migrate the existing database data to the HANA database. That is called the migrations. Then that is called the brownfield.
Ravi, we also have blue field, right?
Yeah, blue field, selective data migration. So yeah, that is blue field also there, but that is a different concept again. Selective data migration, selective data center migration. There is a concept section. Green field. There are total 3 fields here. Green